I started freelancing on Fiverr in 2020 when everyone was saying it was too late. 4 years later, it's 2024 and just in the last 30 days, I have made over 6,70,000 rupees. So it was surely not late back then in 2020, and let me tell you, it's definitely not late today. So if you're someone who wants to get their first order on Fiverr or wants to make money on Fiverr, do watch this video. Also stick around till the end because I'll tell you 5 tips that will help you land your first order in no time. So I will get right to it. 90% of you are not getting orders because your profile is not optimized. So here is a quick review of Joel Young's profile, who is a top rated Fiverr seller. Joel has made over $1.5 million on Fiverr and has over 10k plus ratings. So he is surely doing something right. So make sure everything in your Fiverr profile is similar or better. So let's start with Joel's Fiverr profile. The first thing that I see is the profile picture. As you can see, he has a good and easy to see picture in which his face is clearly visible. Having a profile picture shows the client that there is a real person behind the profile. It creates a personal connection and makes your profile more relatable. Clients are more likely to choose a seller they feel they can trust, and a friendly, approachable profile picture can help. Next is Oneliner. Joel's Oneliner says that he is a voiceover and video expert with 10 years and 15k gigs of experience. Including a one-liner which tells the client who you are and what you do is very important to grab their attention. It helps clients understand what your skills and services are. So don't just add your profession there saying I am a video editor or I am a graphic designer. You should make it more persuasive. For example, a graphic designer can write, I am a seasoned graphic designer with over 10 years of experience helping brands stand out with unique and creative designs. Similarly, you can come up with your own one-liner. After that, here you have the About Me section. Here you have to write 5-6 really persuasive and attractive lines which tells client who you are, your past experience, and what you can do for them. Don't copy this from someone else. You can take inspiration from top rated sellers to see how they have written it and then create your version of it. So the idea here is to present yourself in the best light and tell clients why they should work with you. A strong and confident About Me section can set you apart from the competition, and it can encourage clients to trust you with their projects. After that, add all the skills. So if you see, Joel has added voiceover artist, video editor, voice actor, video producer, etc. This helps the Fiverr algorithm understand what your skills are, and they can use this to connect with relevant buyers. So make sure you don't add random skills here, only add the skills which are relevant to the gigs that you have. After this, there is intro video where you basically talk about yourself. You can think about intro video as a video version of the About Me section. Create a professional intro video introducing yourself and explaining what you do. Again, here you have to tell your experience and tell clients what you can do for them. After this, Joel has added some of the major clients he has worked with. So if you have worked with any big clients, make sure you highlight them here. People often prefer working with someone who has worked with reputable companies. And at the last, Joel has a very attractive portfolio where he has displayed his work. Similarly, you have to create a portfolio on Fiverr where you add your works. If you don't have any experience, create sample projects and add them. Make sure the portfolio that you have is very relevant to the gigs. A good way to create an attractive portfolio is to add GIFs on the first page of each project, which can be a compilation of what that project is about. So whenever someone opens your portfolio, all the GIFs will start playing and it will look very attractive. I have done this in my portfolio, and I also see multiple other sellers who are doing this. So the profile part is done. Make sure you also create a profile which looks similar or better than this. Next, let's see his gigs. So this is his gig, and his gig title is I'll record an American male voiceover. So if you see, he has a one-line gig with relevant keywords. So if anyone searches for American male voiceover, his gig will pop up. Similarly, this is my gig which is titled I will do professional video editing. So whenever someone searches for professional video editing or just video editing, my gigs show up. So similarly, think about it. If you're going to Fiverr and looking for some service, what are the keywords that you use? You should include those keywords in your gig title. Next is a thumbnail. Joel has a professional and attractive thumbnail. The thumbnails can vary depending on the category that you are in. So for example, Joel here is targeting US audience in their 30s and 40s. That's why he has included the US flag in the thumbnail and also has a very simple design. But graphic designers and video editors who are appealing to a much younger audience use bright and vibrant colors along with fancy fonts. So depending on which category you are in, your thumbnail design can change. So the best practice here would be to go on Fiverr and search for the industry you are in and see the thumbnails of the top rated and pro sellers to see what is working in your industry. After that, Joel has his gig video in which he talks and tells people what his service is all about. So Joel is selling voiceover voiceover services, so his video does not have to be very animated. People just want to listen to his voice. On the other hand, I am selling video editing services, so my gig video has to be very animated and it should attract and show my video editing skills. So I have a really good animation in the first 3 to 5 seconds of the video. This also helps when someone hovers over it on the Fiverr search page and the video plays and the animation is visible, which increases clicks. So again, it depends on the industry that you are in. You need to create a unique and attractive video. You have to add a video to your gig where you personally and creatively explain your service. Make sure the video is high quality and original to stand out. Fiverr says that a good video can improve the engagement by 40%, so ensure the video production quality reflects the standard of your deliveries. After that, we have the gig description and keywords. Joel has highlighted a common issue where people forget to purchase the copyright license. This tells the buyer his requirement and also that he has steady flow of orders. But if you're a beginner starting on Fiverr, I would suggest you don't do that. Instead of this, add few lines about what the gig is about and what service you offer, and after that add relevant keywords so whenever someone searches for it, your gigs show up. Then Joel has added FAQs. So in FAQs, you can add any common questions that your client might have. Joel has added FAQs like what kind of microphone do you use? Do you record in a studio? Do you edit all your voiceovers? Do you do this full times? And things like that. Similarly, you can add around 4 to 5 FAQs. And last thing, if you scroll to the end, you'll see the keyword. Joel has used keywords like American voiceover, deep voiceover, male voiceover, audiobook, narrator. Similarly, you can add relevant keywords in your gig, but make sure you don't add random words. It's best to go and research for yourself. A good practice is to go and search for the first word. So for example, if I go on Fiverr and search for video editing, it will also show me some other keywords which are going on. You can use those, or another option is to go to the profile of sellers who are showing up on the first page and see what keywords they have used. So as you can see, Joel has a really professional and optimized profiles and gigs. So before you go ahead, make sure your profile and gig is like this or even better than this. If you want to make a living on Fiverr, make sure you are presenting yourself in the best light. Do market research and see the profile of top rated and pro sellers and ask yourself, is my profile better than this? If the answer is yes, I can help you get your first order in just 1 week. So here are the 5 tips that will help you land the first order faster. Tip 1 is to make gigs for keywords with less competition. So for example, if you go on Fiverr and search for video editing, you'll see that there are more than 40,000 gigs. So if you create a gig in this category, it will be very difficult for you to land the first order. But instead of this, if you make a gig in a subcategory, the chances increase a lot. So for example, now if you search social media videos, you'll see that there are just 4,000 gigs, or e-learning production which just has 255 gigs. The chances of you getting an order increases a lot because there are very less gigs. Similarly, for each industry, there are multiple subcategories on Fiverr which you can go and see on the browser. So for example, if I keep my mouse over the word video and animation, I can see all the subcategories inside it. So similarly, for each industry, you can see what subcategories are available. Also, Fiverr keeps adding new subcategories, so keep checking it. Focusing on a niche or subcategory increases your chances of getting clients. It's simple. Why would anyone hire someone with no orders when there are many experienced sellers available? By targeting less competitive areas, you can stand out and attract more clients. Tip 2 is to make multiple gigs. As a new seller on Fiverr, you can create up to 4 gigs. Don't just create 1 gig and keep waiting. Instead of that, create more gigs, but make sure you create them in the same category. Don't create 1 gig in graphic design industry, 1 in video editing, 1 in data entry. If you do that, you won't get clients. So what I did was I created a general gig which was titled I will do professional video editing, and after that I created gigs in subcategories which was I will do travel video editing, I'll do wedding video editing, I'll do real estate video editing, etc. And after that I started driving traffic from my main gig to these gigs, and once they had some rating, they also started generating more orders. So make sure you create 4 gigs when you're starting. This will help you reach a wider audience. I have already created a tutorial on how to create a Fiverr gig that lands on the first page. The gig that I created in this tutorial keeps getting a lot of orders, so make sure you check on that and create multiple gigs. I'll add the link in the description. Tip 3 is to share your gigs on social media, your friends, family, relatives. If you can drive your own traffic on Fiverr, it will promote the gig even more. It's very important to get those first few impression and clicks, which tells the platform that people are interested in your gig. When you drive traffic to your Fiverr gig through external channels, the platform's algorithm takes notice and may promote your gig more prominently. The increased traffic signals to Fiverr that your gig is popular and in demand. And if you can actually get some clients to come over to Fiverr and work with you there, it will help your profile a lot. So if you have clients or anyone who wants to work with you, ask them to come to Fiverr and give you that order and rating. Once you have some orders and rating, it will be so easy for you to scale your profile. After that, tip 4 is to stay online and do a 24-hour delivery. Fiverr Search has a special feature where you can filter gigs based on online sellers. So if you're someone who is online, your gig will come up on the first page. Similarly, there's a filter for 24-hour delivery or a fast delivery. So if you're someone who is offering good quality and is doing it in 24 hours, the chances of you getting an order increases by a lot. In the starting, I would suggest that you always keep Fiverr open on your laptop. This will show you online on the platform, and usually people don't like to wait. So if you reply then and there, the chances of conversion increase a lot. And tip 5 is to lower your price in the starting. I did the same thing. When I started, I was charging $5 for a 1-minute video, and I delivered really good work in like 24 to 48 hours, which got me really good reviews in the starting. That made a good base, and after that I started increasing my price to today, where I charge around $100 for the same 1-minute video. So make sure when you have no reviews, you don't set very high price, because no one would gamble on someone who has no social proof. So first you need to lower your price, get some good reviews, good 5-star ratings, and once you have that, you can increase your price and of course charge what you wish for. So if you're someone who has a profile better than the one that we saw and you apply these 5 tips, I am very sure that you'll get your first order within 1 week. I have already got messages from people who have applied some of these tips that I have shared in the past videos, and they already got your orders. So make sure you act on this information. I have already made a complete guide on how to make money on Fiverr. Make sure you check it out. Also, many people who enjoy my videos often forget to subscribe. So if you found any value in this video, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.